A compilation of recent things I've found over the past month or so, and I'll try and do detailed videos of these eventually. First is a Yamaha Portasound brand keyboard, MK-100, and I think this is from around 1983. It's got this thing where you can change different parameters up here for record or playback, or for different adjustments to chords and voices and envelope, attack and decay. It's got a lot of things I haven't really figured out how they all work yet. But here's the rhythms, and it actually has buttons that go up and down, and a little countdown for what beat you are in the measure. And here's the tone qualities. Someone just put these stickers on it. But it also has the capabilities, I think, to somehow record data to a cassette machine. It's got transposer. Sometime we'll do a more detailed video of this. Organist 1982, I think, could even play it even better than I can. Here's a Philco radio. I don't know if I've ever got this in a video before. I got it at the Midland Ham Fest for the Amateur Radio Club. It's a 6-tube AM radio. Haven't done anything with it yet. Of course it'll need new capacitors. Here's a Black & Decker electric drill. And I got this at the estate sale where there was knob and tube wiring. I opened it up and found that the old power cord was really brittle and that there was bare wires exposed. So I put on this new grounded power cord and grounded the green wire to the chassis for extra safety. And it does work really well. I think it even has a chuckless or a keyless chuck. Here's a Lakewood fan, a 12-inch, and I just re-lubricated and cleaned it. It had gotten all gummed up. It would barely run when I first got it. Here is a Master electric motor, and at the estate sale they wrote right on the maker's data plate, unfortunately. Just need to get a new power cord on it and test it out. This is a Westinghouse battery-powered tube-type radio. Here's the inside view of the radio. It was only $1. And I also got this Vornado fan, which has infinite speed control. Organist 1982 has one of these at the organ where he works, but the one he's got there is just incremental speed control. This one is full of all kinds of dust, which is going to need to be cleaned. Here's a Heathkit amplifier that Organist 1982's dad gave me. It's got 4 6BQ5 output tubes and a 5AR4 rectifier. It's got ultralinear type output transformers. Here's a Crosley radio. Looks like, let's see here, it looks like a field coil speaker. Here's the front of the radio. This is a little vacuum cleaner, which is a Singer metal case vacuum with a reusable cloth bag. This radio is the same type that Miles Gifford has. Exactly the same, I believe. It does have bad filter capacitors, just like the other one I have. It's a Westinghouse. One I had before that I put the new caps in. This is a homemade fan, and it actually does work. It's going to need a lot of cleaning though. It's got an autotransformer for speed control, and it's just been spliced with some black tape into the motor. I also got this Westinghouse motor here. This is the power supply for the Rockola jukebox. Electrolux Super J vacuum cleaner. It's exactly the same one that Spats has. And I was looking for the Tarnite polish at Ace, but I couldn't find it. I did get Noxon brand, and I'll give it a shot, but I'll have to see if I can maybe order Tarnite. Also got some Gugon. This is the 3 TV system by Sony, and it's got a remote control that can switch the sound between either one of these or among either one of these sets and turn off power. This is something for the executive who has everything. These are all solid state black and white sets. Here's a teddy bear which has a cassette player inside, and here's the volume knob to adjust the volume and turn on the power. The teddy bear delivers pretty rich sound for a teddy, but the belts and the cassette player need replacement, so it'll need some more repair to be fully functional. Here is a Piston, which another viewer sent to me for the Allis Chalmers tractor. I need to get that project started, but I need to try to get the tractor into the barn in order to take apart the engine. Here's a Zenith radio, and I never actually had this. I'd have to turn the camera off here for a second. Here's a Zenith radio, and I haven't actually had this model before. It's a fairly common model, maybe the most common of the wood cabinet models. This is a Pye radio from Cambridge, England. Here's the dial. And the band switch and tone controls are on the sides. This is the inside of the Pye radio. The model number is P-75. I didn't know this when I bought it, but all the tubes are missing, and they're unique British tubes with an 8-pin base that don't have any American equivalent. So I'll have to try and see if I can buy a whole new set of tubes for this radio, as I don't want to mess it up by adapting the sockets. This is a 1975 GE black and white TV, which is a tube type. I was actually playing at the estate sale where I got it. It was playing the last day before analog TV shut down, and it does work really well. These are a couple of solid state radios, one from 1979 and another one from the late 1950s. Here's a Zenith 5-tube AM and shortwave table radio. I've never seen one like this before with shortwave. I actually found one when I was a kid that was just AM. It's got a power indicator light on top. Let's look inside of it here. Just a standard 5-tube radio, but has the additional coils for shortwave operation.